Hey YouTube, Gecko guy here. So I got another comparison video for you. Today we shall be featuring the Hubsan here and the Aerosky JDX392. And both of these have cameras in them. And I will be comparing the two. I'm going to be giving them a flight as well as with my hat cam as well as with their onboard camera. And you guys can base your decision on which one you would go with based on what you see from the video. So getting right into it, I will talk a little bit about the transmitters. Here's the Hubsan transmitter. Power it on. Okay, so throttle, very nice, very smooth, and you know it feels really nice in the hands, and the gimbals feel pretty decent. You've got your trims for each axis. Alright, there's that. And then there's different modes when you click these in. Okay. Now, this one is just going to blow you away. First off, backlit LED. And then, you know, you've got trims here, each axis, and gives you a beep. This one is not as smooth. Whoa. Ooh, I just armed it. Then you got your forward, back, left, and right. Alright. And those move in there. And then you have the chance to these three buttons right here are fake. It's just probably to match the side and make it fill up like negative space, but you can turn on the light from the quadcopter. You can take a photo with the quadcopter, start the video, stop the video with the quadcopter, all on the transmitter. You can walk away from this thing from like 20 feet away, press the button. You want to start recording? Boom, you're recording. You want to stop recording? There you go. You're done. You know, it's really convenient if you take a hard crash and what have you. So, as well as you have three different modes of speed. Right, there's 60, 100, back to 30, 60. As well as you got your turn, you hold it in, and then you do a flip. You know, forward, back, left, right. Okay, so there's that. Now let's take a little look about the quadcopters here. Now with the Aerosky, it gives you a USB card reader as well as, oh, come on, get in there, a 2 GB micro SD card. So it gives you everything you need to get up and running, excluding batteries. I mean, it gives you an SD card, and to my surprise, they both worked. I can't guarantee that all of them are going to work for you, but you know, I'm just happy to announce that the ones with my quadcopter, the software installed very nicely and it read the card just fine. Now with the Hubsan you don't get that option, but I guess you can see that as a positive. For the sake of this review, I'm going to be using a SanDisk Ultra. Come on, focus. Okay, 32 GB, that's plenty. So, you know, you're not limited to the capacity there, and 32 GB, that'll last a good couple of flights. With these quads, flights are usually like, high 5-6 minutes. Now as far as like recording, you probably shouldn't record for more than like 5 minutes. You know, you want to go from a full battery to about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, because this is actually, believe it or not, my second time trying to do this video, just for the sake of you know, I had these videos go corrupt. I tried changing the file format, changing different type of video, and it just would not sync up right, and I would load it up and there'd be nothing on that SD card, and I was so mad. So that can always happen. That usually happens if the voltage in the battery is too low. It just can't keep recording, and then it's done. It's really common among these micro quads with these cameras built into them. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Hubsan here. It's got a protective cage on it, and it actually comes in the box. Just look on the bottom. It's probably got the coolest color scheme ever. Very nice and polished look. Little rubber bump pads. Just see my what's new on the Hubsan version 2 video from a while back. Okay, so there's that. That's where you put your battery in. And I'll get to the batteries in a second. And then the Aerosky looks like a little like an egg shape almost, and this little hatch here holds the battery in place. And my misfortune is it really did not like to hold the stock battery in place, and latch this up. And here is its stock battery. Whoop, boop, 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 boop. Come on now. It's a 3.7 volts, 380 mAh. I'm sorry, 3.7 volt. So one cell. And it's the same with the Hubsan as well. And I bought a separate, where is it? Oh, not that one. Tenergy, same voltage, same capacity, as well as the Banggood 5 battery expansion. And those all work just fine. You know, not every single battery is going to be working from the factory, and you know, same with this SD card and USB card reader. I can't guarantee that every time that's going to work, but you know, I'm just going to say that mine worked. Okay, so why don't I quit yakking and get them into a flight, and I'm going to be going outside so I don't annoy anybody else in the house here. That's usually where I fly my micro quads. And it is a bit gloomy outside, so it is going to be in kind of low light conditions, so we'll see how that does. Alright, join me in a second. We shall get the lights on. Oh dear. Uh-oh, I think it's starting to rain. Yep. Turn, turn, turn. Woo! Whoops. Woo! Oh, I hope I caught that. Woo! Hey YouTube, we're back, and you know, these quadcopters performed very well, and I'm sorry to say that one of the Hubsan videos went corrupt, so I couldn't really get any footage off of that, but I managed to get one of them. So for that part, I'm just going to use my hat cam. I'm sorry about that, or I had to use my hat cam, I should say. It's just kind of how it happened. So they both performed very well, but you know, I hope I caught that, and this thing completely shattered. Like, I took a smack and then it just shattered right off. But luckily this thing's like a couple bucks. The only downside is for both of them is if you're trying to buy replacement parts, or if you're buying it online, it can take a long time to ship it. If you order it through banggood.com or just over from China in general, it can take upwards of about a month to get there, so plan ahead. Buy your spare blades, buy some extra batteries, buy an expansion USB charger, buy all of that. Oh, and by the way, they do come with USB chargers, I just don't have them showing here. Just keep that in mind. You want to definitely plan ahead. I mean, it really sucks in the hobby when you first get a quad or a car and then you break it first couple of runs, and then you're having it sit for a good couple of weeks because you didn't buy a replacement part and didn't think ahead. So you know, I think they perform very well, both of them. I can say the Hubsan blades are very durable, as well as the Aerosky. I think these ones are probably a little more durable. I have crashed this one a lot, and you know, after these, they kind of fold under, and then they get like, I don't know if you can see this or not, because it's a white on white screen here, but they've got a very rough finish to it. Sometimes they crack. I have had these blades actually pop off in mid-flight, so, but you know, they are very nimble, and I think the Aerosky, I did put probably the hardest flight that I've ever done on that one. The Hubsan, it also flies very well. The rudder on the Hubsan is way better than the Aerosky, but the Aerosky is better of the 3D, and I think it's better of the video quality aspect. It's more convenient if you just want to, you know, press a button from the transmitter versus going to pick up your quadcopter and press the button here, which I forgot to mention at the start. You press that button when it's all powered on right there. You know, flight times really depend. I really don't like putting flight times in there, but you know, an average 5 to 7 minute flight is pretty good. If you're trying to film with their built-in camera, you know, take a 2 or 3 minute recording, because that really drains the battery and also leads to corrupt footage, and you just you just never know if it's going to be on that card or not when you're all done with it. So just something to keep in mind. So what do you guys think? Which one is the winner? Which one would you go with? Honestly, I like them both, but you know, it's kind of a mutual. Like, I kind of wish that the Hubsan had some of the features that the Aerosky had, as well as I wish the Aerosky had, you know, better rudder, Otherwise they would be both really great quads. That's the only thing that really held back the Aerosky was the lack of rudder. But otherwise it's really nice and nimble. So I hope you guys really like this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And I hope you guys come back for more RC videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Hello and welcome, YouTube. Gecko guy here. I have an exciting new unboxing for you. The Andromeda Ominous. But don't let the name fool you. Nothing bad is going to happen. Yeah, that's actually from the definition of